and that'll definitely be my last try with her.
Oh.
I hope I love it.
Little do you know, bitch. Hi friends, it's Lala. So I got a comment on a video recently of somebody suggesting that I react to this 2-year-old video called Authors I Would Give a Second Chance To. If you've never seen a reaction video from me, I'll put a playlist down below of my closet unhaul if you came here after that experience. That's kind of where this whole booktube react to old videos thing started. I've done a couple of videos reacting since then, reactions to authors that I haven't read. That one's really fun, and I'll go ahead and link it. I don't want to spoil it for you. I listed 10 authors that I hadn't read yet and I felt shame for 3 years ago, and then updated you on if I have read them yet. This video is called 10 Authors I Would Give Another Chance, and it's about authors that I didn't enjoy the first, maybe I had read more than one book from them, I don't really know, but authors that I wasn't enjoying, but there was something pushing me to want to try again with them. And I'm going to tell you, if I have yet almost 2 years later, if I have tried again, and I guess my update, what I think now to in the future. So first on my list is Robin Talley. Oh.
This is the only book I've read from her. It's called As I Descended.
Okay, so I had heard really great things about Robin Talley. Obviously, she writes queer books, which I love. I love a good female-female romance, which is what tends to be the romantic center of her books. So I got an arc of this one, Our Own Private Universe, but I actually DNF'd it because I didn't like it. So I did try again and got burned again, but then I did try again. Oh yeah, Pulp, obviously. So I got another arc from Robin Talley, and I ended up giving it 3 stars and wasn't really my thing. I've also read quite a few short stories from her, and A Tyranny of Petticoats, Toil and Trouble, All Out. She writes in a lot of anthologies, but I can't like pick out which story was hers in any of those books. So I can't really tell you if I liked them, but I guess I have tried again. I gave her a second chance, or just gave myself a second chance to enjoy an author, and she still didn't really work for me. She is still on my TBR. Like, I still would like to check out Lies We Tell Ourselves, and anything else that she publishes in the future, I feel like I'll still give a try, honestly. So we're 1 for 1. Did read again. Still haven't enjoyed, but that's okay. Next, let's go with Eek Johnston. This is Exit Pursued by a Bear. This is also based on a Shakespeare play. Well, so Exit Pursued by a Bear I didn't enjoy, but it was what I thought was just based on my own tastes and preferences, and there were things in that book that really bothered me, but I can't fault the book, which is probably why I wanted to try again. And I have tried again, so we're 2 for 2. And her other book that I checked out was this one, That Inevitable Victorian Thing, which I didn't like. I gave this 3 stars, just okay. This focuses on Queen Victoria and kingdom stuff, which tends not to be my taste anyway, so this might also be just a preference thing, but we are 2 for 2. I have tried again. She writes a lot of fantasy stuff that I'm not interested in, but if she ever does another contemporary, maybe I would pick it up depending on the synopsis. Next up is another author coming out with a 2017 release that I'm interested in, even though I didn't like her 2016 release. I think that's kind of a common theme here. My Heart and Other Black Holes by Jasmine Warga. Oh, okay.
This is a book about depression and suicide, and it's definitely another difficult read that I didn't connect with as much as I wanted to. Okay, so really didn't like My Heart and Other Black Holes. I think I could potentially connect with one of her stories in the future. And her 2017 book is called Here We Are Now, and it sounds good. So I did read Here We Are Now, and I gave it 3 stars. So we are 3 for 3. Authors that I tried again
and in all of the cases still have not like found a new favorite author, have not completely changed my mind about an author. This story just didn't work for me, but I don't want to give excuses, but there are some things in this that I have since discovered I really don't like in books, like books about famous people. And a huge plot point of this is that her father is a famous rock star and she goes to like get to know him. Let's move on to the next one. Hopefully this isn't all negative.
Okay, All the Rage by Courtney Summers. This is the only Courtney Summers I have read.
This is such a good one.
Assault. This one, I didn't, everything was just a little dull for me. The characters, the plot, the writing.
So All the Rage I didn't enjoy, but I thought maybe it was just a me thing, and it totally was, because I have since read, and everyone else has read, Sadie by Courtney Summers. And this is one of my favorite books of last year. It almost made my top 10, but not quite. But I did really, really enjoy it. I gave it 5 stars. And I'm kind of happy to say that like I was reading Courtney Summers before, you know, she had done such a widely known and acclaimed book. I'm really glad that I saw the merit in her writing and knew that she would write something incredible that I would love one day. I don't think I've read any other Courtney Summers, but I do actually still have, I think, 2 of her books on my TBR that I hope to read still. So 4 out of 4 so far. I have a feeling it's not going to continue like this through the entire video.
Next, I have the author Ruth Where. And for all of these previous ones, I've only read 1 book from those authors. But this author, I have read both of her books, In a Dark, Dark Wood and The Woman in Cabin 10, both of which I gave 3 stars to. There is something so addictive about her writing that I just love it, but I hate the story. Like, I hate the plot twists and I hate how things end up.
So Ruth Where, that brings us to 5 for 5. So I know I have at least a 50% success rate, which makes me really happy. Ruth Where has written 2 other books since this video. So In a Dark, Dark Wood just didn't work for me, but I wanted to give her another go. And then The Woman in Cabin 10, not only did I not like it, but I was mad about it. Like, this upset me, this bothered me. But I still like knew that there was something I liked about Ruth Where, so I tried again with The Lying Game. Still gave it 3 stars. But this one, especially of all the 3 that I had read so far, was so compelling and atmospheric that I was like, okay, 1 more. Like, let's just do 1 more Ruth Where. And then The Death of Mrs. Westaway is one of my favorite thrillers of all time. So I gave her a 2nd chance, I gave her a 3rd chance, and then I have given her a 4th chance, or given myself a 4th chance. And I'm so glad I did, because there's something I love so much about Ruth Where, and I'm going to continue to pick up all of her books. And I hope that this wasn't just a fluke. We've had 5 authors, 5 of them I have successfully read. 3 of them feel the same, not super impressed. 2 of them loved their future stuff. So, good. Okay, I hadn't quite finished talking.
I have to read more from her. I feel like I'm going to love one of her books in the future. She has one coming out this year. I think it's called The Lying Game, and I'm gonna read that. And that'll definitely be my last try with her.
Oh.
I hope I love it.
Little do you know, bitch. That's funny. I guess when I read The Lying Game, I was like, okay, but 1 more.
Next up, we have E. Lockhart. I've only read We Were Liars. This was incredibly hyped up a couple years ago, and I loved the writing so much of this. I thought I hated it at the beginning. It's really strange writing, and it turned me off, but I started to get used to it and really enjoy it by the end. But the story itself just did not work for me. I figured out all the plot twists before they came, and I don't think the reveals of them were done as well as they could have.
So that's how I feel about We Were Liars. And I don't think I've read another E. Lockhart. I have 2 of her books on my TBR. Actually, you know what? I think I might have unhauled one of them, but I know I have one for sure on my TBR. That is Genuine Fraud. I still want to read this, but I've heard such mediocre things that I just don't feel very motivated to read it, but I do still plan to read Eat Lockhart again. But no, I have not yet, so that is my first official fail of this video.
Okay, next up, I have Paula Hawkins.
Ooh.
She wrote The Girl on the Train. Everyone loves this book. I did not like it. I didn't really like anything about it. There's nothing... This is one of those cases that there's nothing in here that's making me pick up her next book. It's just that her next book sounds really good on its own, and I just hope that... I don't want to say it redeems itself, because this book is great in so many people's opinions. I just hope her book coming out this year is better.
So I was shocked that The Girl on the Train got so much praise, because I thought it was just really, really dull. I also did not like the movie at all that I've seen since this video. But where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh, and right next to it, Into the Water. So Into the Water I did like significantly more. I didn't love it. I haven't found like a new favorite author, but I do still want to pick up stuff from her in the future. This one, the vibe was so good that even if the plot was a little contrived, it had its good qualities, and so I do plan to try again with Paula Hawkins. This one I gave, I think, just under a 4-star. So liked it more. So maybe it's one of those authors that I will just continue enjoying their stuff more and more every time.
My next author is Louise O'Neill. I read her book Only Ever Yours, and I can tell that she's like a really self-aware writer, and I think she has really good messages and really good societal commentary. And so I do plan to pick up more from her. I think she only has one other book out called Asking for It.
So I have actually read another Louise O'Neill, but it's not asking for it. Though I do own it now. It's on my TBR shelf. I do still plan to pick it up, but she has since released this book called The Surface Breaks. It's a reimagined Little Mermaid, and oh, did I not like this book. I think I give it 2.75 stars, so I liked it even less than Only Ever Yours. I think this is the first time in this list I've tried again and liked the book even less, but I do still want to check this out because I do think she has great social commentary, and her books are so raw and bold, and I love that. So maybe this was just because like it was fantasy. Who knows? My thoughts on Louise O'Neill still up in the air. Number 9, let's do it.
My next author, this is the last one on my list. It's number 9. I feel like I should try to think of a number 10, but this was the last on my list. It's Ava DeLara. She wrote the book Love Letters to the Dead, and I think I could have liked this book if I hadn't read Perks of Being a Wallflower first, because this is such a clear ripoff. I want to say like inspired by, but like Stephen Chbosky was her mentor, and like she worked on his movie, and so it just felt like a reimagined Perks of Being a Wallflower.
I still completely feel that way, though I do actually own a copy of that book now instead of just throwing it up on the screen. I'm not sure why. Have I read another Ava DeLara? I haven't. I have one on my TBR. Maybe I'm about to mention it in this video.
I want to see what she can do on her own. She has a book coming out this year, 2018, called 17 Years. And
17 years? I know I have an Ava DeLara on my TBR. Oh, In Search of Us. Right, it just got renamed. So it follows a couple different generations in a family, all in their 17th year, but the title is In Search of Us. I actually have a copy of this. And this, similarly to E. Lockhart, I haven't read her newest thing because it hasn't gotten very good ratings from my friends. Yes, I still hope to read it, but I don't feel a sense of urgency to read it because I don't think it's going to be like a new favorite book. And now apparently I'm going to pull one more that I hadn't planned ahead to do. So we'll see where that goes.
oh, there's a good one. Okay, Helen Oyeyemi. I'm not gonna go grab the book, but she wrote Boy Snowbird.
I did not see that coming.
I liked the idea of Boy Snowbird. It's another retelling of Snow White.
Okay,
and
this was such a random pick.
It was a weird book, but I loved the writing of it. I think she made some really poor choices. I think some offensive things happened in that book. I think she tried to make a plot twist happen, but did it in a really not respectful way. You can look up spoilers if you want, but she has a ton of books out, and Mr. Fox has always sounded really appealing to me. And she has this one that came out just last year called What Is Not Yours Is Not Yours. And I've heard such amazing things about that. So I do plan to read more from her in the very near future.
In the very near future. Oh no. So I haven't read another Helen Oyeyemi. Oh, that's upsetting. Though you can see that I do feel motivated to read her books because I now actually own them. So at least I've bought them. I have good intentions. So here those two are. I don't want to give any spoilers for anything, but I will, because of something that I'm doing, I will be reading one of these books in the next month. This timing is good because I haven't yet read another Helen Oyeyemi, but I am correcting that very incredibly soon. And this time, I'm for sure. 2 years ago, I was just talking. So that's it. That is reacting to 10 authors I would give a second chance. And I have given a second chance to 7 out of the 10, which isn't the best numbers, but is pretty good. I feel like sometimes our follow through on BookTube, not the best. If there's any other video that you would like to see me react to, let me know, because I can't watch them before reacting to them, or that would ruin the entire thing. So I can't think of which ones would be good to react to, but maybe you can give me some advice. I'm not gonna react to like book hauls or TBRs or anything, but these like fun other type videos, I don't even know if I've done any other ones. But if you find one that you think would be interesting for me to give an update for, let me know. Thank you for watching this one. Thanks for watching if you were here like 2 years ago and you watched that when it came out. Thank you for being there too. And I will see you later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.